Today we're going to check out the new eufy Smart Lock E30. A huge thank you to eufy for sponsoring this video. This new Smart Lock has all kinds of new features like Matter and a bunch of other things that are great to have all in one lock. Let's get started. So here with the eufy Smart Lock E30, it has fingerprint unlocking, PIN code, key lock, and other options through apps and smart homes. And it has a battery that lasts up to 8 months with 8 AA batteries and a fingerprint that can recognize in 0.3 seconds. And it supports Matter, so that means it works with Google, Alexa, as well as Apple Home. Let's go ahead and get this unboxed, see what's inside. And so right here, it's telling us that we need to set it up in the eufy security app before we integrate it with other smart homes. There you have the front of the lock. So there you can see the PIN code, fingerprint, keyhole. And then down here, if for whatever reason the power does go out, you can power it here and then be able to use the code. Very simple to get this installed. And then here is the back plate that will plug it in, and then this easily slides off where we can put our 8 AA batteries in there. Then in here we have a back plate that we'll use. Comes with a sticker and instructions. And in here it comes with 2 keys, some different screws. Here if you need to put a new one of these on your door, as well as we have the deadbolt here, and it comes with 8 AA batteries. Install's pretty easy. Let's remove the old lock and get this installed. I have now removed the old deadbolt. The first thing we need to do is make sure the setback is right on here. So you can twist this and extend it if you need to, but now I'm going to place this in and make sure it is centered with the hole here. Screw it in, then double check to make sure that works properly. Next, we're going to slide in the front plate, putting the cord under the bottom and making sure the little nub here is up. And now we're going to put the back plate on the inside. All right, so here we're going to place the mounting plate on, making sure the pad is against the door, and then putting the circle there in the middle. Now we're going to screw these into the front plate. And before I tighten, I'm going to make sure everything is even with the door. Looks like I might have to do some paint cleanup over here. And now that that's on and tight, we're going to remove the battery case here. Now we're going to take this inside piece, plug it in. Then put this up and down, place it over the middle, remove the battery cover to then screw it in. And there are these 2 small black screws that we'll put in here, and 1 more screw in the bottom, and that comes with a plug. And now we can insert the 8A batteries. And the Matter code is right up here on the top. We'll use that in just a bit. And installed. Now we're going to head into the eufy security app, and then we're just going to add a new device right here. And here we have a smart lock, and this is under the smart lock here at the top. We're going to add this into my home, and now we're going to scan the QR code. And here it will run you through the instructions on how to get it installed. I have already done that. Next, we're going to press this button until we hear a beep. And now we can connect it to Wi-Fi. So it's great that there is no other hub that we need with this. It's just going to connect directly to our Wi-Fi network and be able to be used through that, as well as directly from my phone to be able to control it. So this is going to be the front door. And now we're going to calibrate it. So please close the door and lock it. Lock the door. You should complete the calibration inside to prevent the possibility of getting locked out. So we've done it inside, closed the door, locked it. Now we're going to go ahead and add a passcode so that we can then enter the door. So this could be 4 to 8 digits. Now we're going to add our fingerprint. So we're going to just start enrollment. So then right here, we just need to press our fingerprint on there, and we need to do it 8 times. So move your fingerprint around a little bit, and I like how it's lighting up how many times we have completed this. Boom, first try. That works. And now it's talking about the E30 supports Matter over Thread, so we can enable this with other third-party devices, Google, Amazon, as well as Apple Home. So to support Matter connectivity, you need a hub that supports Matter. So I have a HomePod Mini that I can use for that. My other Google Nest speakers would work, or many of the Alexa speakers will work as well. And the setup is complete, super easy. Let's go ahead and do a firmware update. And the update is complete, and now I can use the lock. So already, without doing anything else, I now have the option to unlock it with my fingerprint and with my PIN code. And if you want to lock it from out here, I can just use my fingerprint, and there it's now going to lock the door. We heard it lock, and I can no longer get in. Now let's go ahead and show you a few different ways which you can unlock it now. So fingerprint. There, it unlocked very quick. That 0.3 seconds is working. Next, if I want to unlock it with the PIN code, now to use my PIN code, I just need to tap any button to wake it up, and then I can put in my PIN code. And push the shield there, and now it unlocks. And next I have the option to use the key. Just like that, shows that it has been unlocked, and we are in. Let's go ahead and lock it with the key as well. And here it's showing orange when it is locked. And here it's showing blue when it unlocks. Now let's jump back in the app and show you a few more things you can do and then get it connected to our smart home. So jumping here into the app, we have the front door, and right now it's unlocked, so I can simply drag down and it's going to lock the door. And then if I do that again, it is also going to unlock the door. So you can do this from your phone at any time. And here you have the symbol of if it's locked or unlocked. Then down here, we can see locked events. So you can see it's been unlocked by me because I've been using the app. Down here, we have the unlocked manually, so I was using the key. Here we have other unlocked because it knows my PIN code, or it knew I'd used my fingerprint. Now, if we want to add others to the home, we can come down here to manage access. Here we have me that has been added. I can come in here, change my PIN code, fingerprint. I can even add more or adjust the fingerprint I have. But then if I want to add someone else, I can come in here and do the same, give them a name, PIN code, as well as fingerprint. So we can add all the family right in there very easily. So when I'm adding access to others, let's say I'm going to add a dog walker that can come and pick up the dog, you have a few different options. You can do always, where at any time they could come and use their code. Then you have the option to set scheduled, where you're going to have only certain times where they're able to unlock it. And then you also have the one-time option, where it's just going to be that one time they can come in, grab something or whatever, and then they go, and that code no longer works anymore. So it's great that you have all those options. And then you even have the option to turn on access time. So what date will they be able to use that, and from when? So it's nice that you have so many features to be able to share this. And then you also have the option to give more control by sharing directly through an email so that they can get the app and have full access to this as well. So here, if I go into the settings and I go down to share device, then I can invite others and give them full admin access, or I can give them the guest access. And then you can choose what eufy devices you want them to have access to. So let's jump into the settings here. Now at the top we have the battery life there, and we can see it's connected to Wi-Fi. But then here we have a bunch of awesome settings. So we can integrate with doorbell or camera. So if you have other eufy security cameras or doorbells, we can integrate. So let's go ahead and integrate, and I'm going to connect this with my backyard camera, let's just say. So that has now been integrated, and what that means is if we go to that camera, maybe you're looking at the doorbell and you want to quickly give access to somebody that's at the door. If I load up that camera right here, I have the option to adjust the lock. So there I can quickly lock the door if I see somebody's coming to the door that I don't want to be there, which is really nice. Or I can simply tap to unlock the door if somebody has arrived home and I want them to come inside. Next, we have the option for auto lock. So I love this feature because I can have the door automatically lock after we come inside, knowing it's locked, or I can set a schedule where it's automatically going to lock at a certain time of day. So once I turn that on, here I have the timer to set. So let's go ahead and turn it down to 5 seconds. Let's say we come into the door and we shut the door. There, it automatically locked. Then if I want to turn on the schedule, I can say every day at 11 p.m., lock the door. And then 6 p.m., it's not going to unlock it. But if somebody unlocks the door, it's not going to re-lock it. So the kids, if they're going in and out, they're not going to be stuck outside if they don't know a PIN code or something. So I love having this feature. So I'm going to change this to have it be at 10 o'clock at night. It's automatically going to lock. And we're up about 8 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to have it go to then. Then we have one-touch locking. So on the keypad, if I want to quickly press confirm to lock it, I can do that. So let's turn that on. Then here we have wrong try protection. So if somebody's trying to get in the door, they try a bunch of codes, we can have it lock out. So the only way to be able to unlock it is through inside or being able to use a key. Then we have scramble passcode. So this allows me to put in random digits before my passcode and do my passcode, and then after a total of 12 digits so that whoever's looking behind won't be able to know my code. Let's try that out. So here I can start putting in my code, and I just put in a few random numbers first. enter my code, and then even a few random numbers after, and then it accepts my code. Now, before we jump into Matter, we have a couple other options down here. We can adjust the lock sound. So if it's a little too loud, we can turn it lower or higher. And we also have the option to turn that off. It beeps when it locks. Here we can adjust the lock calibration if we need to. Here we can turn on notifications. So here it's notifying me if the door is unlocked. We can also have it be notified if the door is locked. So that's nice. If my kid unlocks the door, I can know he might be trying to escape. Next, we have the option for general. So here we can adjust internet connection, time settings, mounting, and changing the name. And then here we could share the device with others. So if you want others to have full access in the eufy security app, you can invite them. You can add them as an admin where they can add PIN codes and other things like that. Or you can just invite them as a guest where they have access to view the devices, unlock the door, and so on. But they will need to have the app. So it's nice that that option is there. All right, now let's go ahead and connect this to our smart home devices. Now, first we're going to go to Works with Matter. So I already talked about how you need some type of Thread hub to be able to do that. So let's go ahead and connect to a third-party ecosystem. And we're gonna start with Apple Home here at the top. So here I just need to tap Start Pairing. So now it's going to be available for 5 minutes. So here I'm gonna head to the Home app on my iPad here, and I'm going to add a new accessory. Then under the battery case or on top, I'm now going to scan the Matter code. All right, and here it's showing that I can now add the lock to my home. And here we're going to add it to the entryway, and we're going to give it a name. And here we have the lock, so we can go in here and we can easily lock the door and unlock the door. And here in the settings, we can see the battery life. We have other options we can include in favorites and much more. So it's great that we have all of this now right in Apple Home. Now I do have the option to link it over Matter through Google Home or Amazon Alexa or others, but then you do have the option if you don't want to link through Matter, you can link through the eufy Security Works with Google program or the Amazon Alexa skill. So if I go to the Google Home app, so I'm just gonna tap Add Matter Device, and then I'm going to put the lock and pairing mode from the app, scan the QR code. And here I have linked it over Matter under Google Home. And there instantly it locks. And if I tap on here, and then it unlocks. Do the same with Alexa. And now for Alexa, I'm gonna go in here. I'm going to start pairing. Then I'm gonna head to the Alexa app. I'm going to tap Add New Device. And I'm gonna scroll down to Other. And here we have Matter. Yes, the device is on, scan QR code, give it a name, and then add it into a room. And then we're gonna open the front door and we're gonna go into the settings and we're gonna enable to unlock from the app as well as to unlock by voice. And then we will need to add a PIN code so that we can verify our voice. And now in the app, I can easily tap to lock or unlock. Now that we have the eufy Smart Lock E30 connected to our smart home, let's try it out. Hey Google, lock front door.
Got it. Locking the front door.
And just like that, the door is locked. Hey Siri, unlock eufy Smart Lock E30.
Okay, the eufy Smart Lock E30 is unlocked.
Alexa, lock the front door.
Locking. Hang on.
And it is locked. And then because I've connected to my smart home, I could now control it from an Apple Watch, or here I even have a Pixel Watch, and right here I have the option to unlock the front door. I've now added a new fresh coat of paint around the Smart Lock E30. That is looking great. The eufy Smart Lock E30 is feature packed. I love to see that it has all the features I love in a smart lock and everything worked so well. And it's great to have that new Matter integration so it can work with whatever smart home you are using. If you have any further questions, please let me know down in the comments below and you can check them out and pick up your own down in the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one.